it was a successful experiment. Now, you heard what I just said. It was a successful experiment. Okay? But it means something else than just an experiment at face level as a piece of content. Because yesterday, folks, was also a different kind of experiment. So everyone out there who's restreaming this, everyone who's clipping this, get ready. Because this is actually what you wanted to know all along yesterday. And I saved this little tidbit of information until right now. Okay? Yesterday's little experiment was conducted for one really sole reason. I wanted to see if I did something, if I would basically get the reaction that I expected. Okay? And so I put the little things in place for the last month and a half to get this to happen and go down the way that it did. I sent DMs to LTG that were completely disingenuous DMs, knowing well that eventually he would leak them, as he's leaked every single DM I've ever sent him. I kept saying no drama, no drama, no drama, no drama to build up the fact that people would say, oh, there's no drama. And then if I did this, that people would react. I was purposefully watching some detractor content from these guys. You were seeing when I was watching videos on my streams and the related, there was like detractor videos, you know, from Lumix and other, you know, LTG detractors. Like all this stuff was already laid out, the groundwork. All I needed to do was pull the trigger on a day when I felt like this is a day that this would work. And so really the opportunity presented itself when this video came out. I was like, oh, an actual crossover video between two detractors. That's interesting. Let me now use this as my opportunity to conduct my experiment. Okay? And so I ran my hypothesis. I laid out the experiment. And ladies and gentlemen, the experiment was a smashing success. Well, what was the experiment? The experiment was that if I tried to actually get a reaction from the internet, that the internet would actually bite. And the answer is yes, absolutely, 100%. So much nonsense on the internet is surrounding me. As I keep telling you guys, I am the center of this vortex. That all I want to do is sit here and play games and chill and have fun. But the internet just waits. They're sitting there outside of the vortex, salivating. Ooh, when's Phil going to say or do something that we can jump on? And so I said, I will give them something. And you might say, well, that sounds very narcissistic. Well, it is. But the point is, what I say is true. You might say, well, gee, Phil's so full of himself. He thinks that if he does anything that everyone's going to react to it. Well, they do.